Hi everybody, welcome to your reading, holy moly, your weekly messages for September 11th to the 17th of 2017. Let's see. Oh gosh, so much going on. So I'll post details about this later, but while people are hopping on, I just want to let everyone know that I have officially launched a partnership manifestation workshop. So I will be able to now offer to everyone who wants to sign up the workshop for specifically relationships, manifesting partnership. It's going to be super fun and interactive, where we're going to work through belief systems and working on using proper manifestation language so that you're able to affirm exactly what you want. It's going to come with like a guidebook and a workbook that's just super helpful. And so that's coming up at the end of September. I'll post the details today with the link and everything, so you guys can sign up if you want to snag a spot. So I'm super excited to share that. And then also, I'm saying this now so you guys can hold me accountable. I am going to be doing 31 days of rituals starting in October. So I'm mapping the plans out for that right now, and then I figured that would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to be doing that in blog form. But anyway, I have some really exciting stuff coming up. I'm always trying to keep it fresh for you. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to keep it simple. I have a busy week, so I've been working on the October readings for everybody. So I'm just going to, I want to do 3 Prisma Vision cards for everybody. And then we'll use clarifiers. Okay, so go ahead and focus on the cards that are calling to you most. Okay, I'll start with spread number 1. We have the Devil, the Hanged Man, ooh, intense week for you guys, and the Emperor. Holy crap, you have all major arcana. Okay, so what this looks like is there is seriously some stuff going on with divine masculinity in terms of what you're working through this week. So there are habits and thought forms that are actually coming from a state of like control that you're really processing and working through this week. So it looks really intense. There's some things that you're going to have to confront and work through in order to shift out of this really intense state, because you're confronting like your shadow self essentially. And it's also interesting because the spread that I'm doing for October is a vampire theme, and it is all about how to work with your shadow self and like how to like how it's a really uplifting spread, but it revolves around this concept of you have some work involving control, wanting things done on your terms, and there's a tendency to check out here. And especially with the Devil, it's like, think about your vices. How do you check out of the things that you really want to make happen? And rather than confronting what you need to change in order to move forward, there's a tendency to just say, oh, you know, I'd rather go drink or go smoke or go, you know, whatever is your vice. Okay, so for spread number 2, we have 9 of Swords, Strength, and Queen of Chalices. Okay, so there's a situation that is surrounding you at this time that you're going to need to confront, and the best way to kind of solve this or to cope with this is by holding compassion for yourself in the situation and persevering through it. So it just looks like even though you're confronting something that might be really scary and might be causing you to have some really intense fear pictures, it looks like you just need to be sensitive, make sure you're taking care of yourself, and that you are asking for help when you need it. So There might be a Leo friend who's around you who's able to support you this week. Just make sure that you're not feeding so deeply into the fear, and that you take an attitude of, oh, we can work through this, I can get through this, so that you're able to overcome it rather than get sucked into whatever is surrounding you at this time. Okay, and for spread number 3, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and 3 of Chalices. So here's the thing. You're waiting for something to come in, because if you can see this guy, he's like, oh, I'm waiting for something to come my way. And so you're going to have to balance socializing with people and taking time to rest, because you can see with the 5 of Pentacles, it's like this person really needs rest right now. But with the three of Chalices, it's all about, you know, socializing, celebration, taking time for connecting with friends and connecting to people who really matter to you. So you're going to come into balance between those two things so that you're able to manifest. So it's kind of like, if you've been taking a lot of rest, go ahead and take some time to socialize and celebrate. Ask a friend to hang out. If you've been doing too much socializing, then make sure you're getting some rest. So whatever you feel like you're lacking, make sure you kind of balance that out. Okay, so for spread number 1, we have empowerment. So this is all about feeling like, again, there's some control that's coming through in that spread, but the remedy to that is to feel empowered, to feel like no matter what comes my way, no matter what situations it's taking an attitude of being able to figure it out no matter what, like in this spread, but it's stepping away from control and stepping more into feeling empowered, but also being receptive and just receiving. Okay, so then we have for spread number 2, communication. So clearly state what you want and what you need in order to get what you want and what you need. Especially, it's like if you are the Queen of Chalices, then it's about communicating to divine source what you want and what you need, and then also to your friends, like, what do you need help with? Seriously, what do you need help with? What do you want to resolve for yourself this week? And then for spread number 3, we have manifestation. What did I freaking tell you? I said so that you can manifest what you want faster, and it is about finding that balance between these two things is going to just really activate your manifestation abilities. Now I'm going to use the let's see what else is going on for spread number 1. This will be like your growth period for the week. Base chakra. So because you're doing a lot of intense work, it might feel like you're a little bit unstable and like you're really activated to go fight or flight mode. And so it's just about make sure that you're practicing things that are making you feel grounded, stable, and kind of bring you back down to earth. Just make sure that you are taking time for yourself in that way. Spread number 2, we have spiritual suffering, and so that's because of this fear picture we have here. It's an old story that is working its way out of your space. So with the 9 of Swords, it's this old fear of, oh no, things aren't going to work out, things aren't going to go my way, and that simply isn't true. It's just because of this story that you've been telling yourself for a really long time. And now that you're communicating in a different way and you're saying, this is what I do want for myself, this is how I'm going to confirm exactly what I want, you're using affirmative language in order to move beyond the spiritual suffering. And you're calling on your support people for help. Okay, and spread number 3. We have conflict. So again, we are seeing conflict between rest and play, we are seeing conflict between the mind and the heart, the head and the heart. So it's all about balance. Balance, balance, balance. That is the key thing as you're manifesting. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. It just looks like you're going to reach some resolution and you're going to figure out, oh, wow, if I speak it, it actually does happen, because that happens from time to time. Okay, so spread number 1, I have Son of Swords. So this is taking on new thought forms, new ideas, setting off in a different direction for your ambitions. It's kind of like starting a new project, but you're not, this happens after. This happens after you resolve what's happening here and feeling like you really want it, so you really need to control it. It's like you need to chill out a little bit in order to make those things happen. Spread number 2, Mother of Swords. Okay, so this is really being okay with being independent. Right, so yes, it could be a support person, but it's also maybe you're afraid of aloneness. Maybe that's where the fear is coming in, is, oh my God, what if I'm abandoned? And it could be an old story about abandonment and fear and scarcity, like I'm going to end up alone. And so as you work through this and you become comfortable with, just honoring within yourself these processes and feelings, you will be able to come into a state of neutrality and it will inspire hope. Okay, so spread number 3, we have Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is fun. It's like you're having a good time. You're able to figure out a way to play with this process rather than taking it super seriously. And so, make sure that you are really looking at it from, it's kind of like nurturing your inner child, if you want to think about it that way. Just being really gentle and fun. Have fun. Look at everything through a playful lens this week. It's really going to help. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Slutist Tarot, and this will be like, if you want to look at this like a relationship card, then go for it. I usually like to do these cards for romance. So if you pick spread number 1, this is your card. The Star. Okay, so there's a lot of hope, soulmates. It could be a reference to an Aquarius that you have around you. But it really, at the end of the day, it just looks like you are taking time to really hold on to that sliver of hope that might be challenging you at times, but it just keep holding on to that vision. Like you really do need that so that you're able to work through the intensities of this week. Okay, and spread number 2, we have Strength. We have a second Strength card, so it could be again another reference to a Leo that is really supporting you right now. This could be oh hey Sheila, I'll do one of those after this. Sorry if I'm just answering the question here about the daily spreads. So I have actually had a really brutal 2 weeks and I really needed to take a step back and just rest. So yes, I still intend on doing the daily reads. It's just I had to take a break. It was rough. The astrology hit me really, really hard. So I will continue doing those. I finally have my energy back, so I hope that you'll stick with me and I'll continue to do them. Okay, so we have the second Strength card here, and it's like you're getting support from this person in order to overcome this right here with the Nine of Swords. It's like this person is really important, and then it's also important for you to forgive yourself. if you're holding on to anything that you've been like really embarrassed to admit or to say out loud, now is the time to communicate it, to really find someone to confide in and just, you know, be vulnerable with. It looks like that's going to be really healing as well. Okay, so spread number 3, we have Temperance. Oh my Lord, I cannot make this up. What is the word that I've been using for that spread the entire time? Balance, 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 balance. So with the Temperance, again, we have literally balance coming into the spread. So it is about, you know, your head and your heart, you know, rest and play. Waiting for your manifestations to show up is about achieving that balance in, I know that I have a certain level of control or ability to make things happen in the physical realm, and also understanding that there's a blueprint going on behind the scenes in order to get you there. So it's like, yes, you have infinite resources, and there's also a big picture and lessons that you have agreements with in order to fully actualize this experience and to have these great things coming in. Okay, so once again, that's all I'm gonna do for this spread today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will hop on here in a moment once I clean this up, and I'll do the daily 365 spread for you. And that's all. Make sure you stay tuned if you're interested in the partnership manifestation course. I will be posting details later on the page, and I'll probably pin that to the top. Okay, so thank you so much. I will see you in just a few moments.